Hey, everyone. Let's see. Gonna get everybody a few minutes to jump on. Y'all might want to check and see if you need to be muted. Hearing some shuffling around. I hope you guys are having a good day. Hey, Kelly. I know people have kids going back to school. Mine will go back to school on Monday. So crazy. All right. We've got people jumping on for our August call. I got kids still up, running around, doing crazy stuff. Seems like a crazy night. Is everybody else having a crazy night? It happens. That's why we get to work from home, y'all. Because it's okay to have a crazy night once in a while.
What is the moon doing tonight?
I don't know. Is it a full moon tonight?
It's not a full moon. It's not.
The world's just losing its mind.
Yeah. Hey, Grace.
Is everybody jumping on? Let's see. We got some of our panel that had to drop out at the last minute because of life. It's crazy. It happens.
Meteor shower. Raylan says we're having a meteor shower the next couple of days.
Wow, does that throw off the world?
I feel like everything throws off the world.
I know, I agree. Totally does. It's crazy. It's okay. All right. Well, let's see. We can jump in and get started here. Well, we have a really awesome lineup tonight. I'm so excited because, Kelly's going to be sharing with us about the Momentum Project. Katie's going to be talking about back to school stuff. We've got Mandy talking about some back to school. Hopefully Rima can jump on because she was going to offer a bunch of awesome information on some of our new products on the cilantro and parsley vitality. My daughter needs some CBD apparently. So I'm going to give her a little bit of this before all my kids have been begging for the CBD. So she likes, do you like this? This is the citrus.
Yeah.
I thought you liked the cinnamon.
No, those candy.
Oh, okay. So all my kids, they ask for it every night. They ask for the CBD every single night. All right. So got all kinds of cool stuff happening tonight. I'm going to share with y'all a little bit about international. And did y'all know that Young Living is open all over the world? Countries all over the world. And I feel like sometimes people don't realize that the United States is not the only country that Young Living is open in. And so if you purchase a premium starter kit with Young Living, so if you're a wholesale member, which I believe that everybody on this call is probably a wholesale member, you are able to enroll members anywhere in the world it's incredible. So if you have family in another country, if you have friends in another country, you can enroll them with your account. You don't have to live overseas. And so anywhere in the world that there is an open country, it's super easy to enroll people.
Look, it's kind of weird.
I got someone that might need to be muted. Let's see. Might mute a few of y'all. If you look in there's some background noise. If you're not muted, just click your mute button. Okay, I think I got it ready. So what I want to talk about is what it means to have it be an open country. And so it means that Young Living does business there if it's an open country. So that means they have their own product listing, they have their own warehouses, they ship in country. So that doesn't mean that means that they don't ship from the United States to that country if it's an open country. And they do not ship. So that's one thing to remember, because I have people that ask me that all the time. If people order their products, is it going to ship from the United States? And if it's an open country, it has a warehouse in that country. So that's a really cool thing to remember, because then you don't have all the, shipping, high shipping fees, high taxes fees, high customs fees. So here are the open countries. If you go into your virtual office, you can click on international now. We have this really cool link, in our menu, in our VO, that says international. So it tells you all the open countries. We didn't always have this, and it gives us all kinds of information in there that we didn't have before. And so the open countries are United States and Canada and Mexico. These are the three biggest markets: United States, Canada, and Mexico. Mexico is actually growing super fast right now. Canada is growing fairly fast. Then we have Asia Pacific. So we have Australia, China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Macau, Malaysia, New Zealand, the Philippines. We have Singapore and Thailand. Europe's open. And then Latin America, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador. Oh, Mexico I mentioned that already, but it is part of Latin America. So those are all our open markets. So if you enroll anyone in those markets, if you have friends, if you have family, then they can order from in their country, which is really sweet. You'll also hear a term called NFR. NFR means not for resale. And these are markets that are not open, but they can get Young Living products. So those products do ship from the United States, but there's all kinds of markets. Young Living is continually opening markets all over the world. So if you don't see any markets where you know some people that you'd love to get them into Young Living, chances are they could get their Young Living products, but they might be subject to customs fees and tariffs. But keep checking back because those markets are opening. So sometimes, if the country, an open country, doesn't have some of the US products, some of them can even order NFR so that they would ship from the United States if they're really dying for a product that they don't have in their country. Europe does that, I know, and Canada does that. And I don't know if all the markets do that, but I know those two do for sure. So the really exciting thing is that markets all over the world are just exploding, and we have an incredible opportunity of sharing Young Living with people all over. So I want you to think through anyone you may know, either if you know people in other countries, or maybe you know someone that's from another country, and help us connect with them. We would love to help you grow your Young Living team and just help get Young Living into the hands of those people, because we know it's so life-changing in so many ways that if you can set up like a time with them, we could get on a video chat kind of like this. And so connect with me or your closest diamond, like Katie or Kelly. We'd love to get on a 3-way call with them and just help you explain to them the Young Living opportunity, because there are just so many opportunities out there now. So keep that in mind as you're thinking through people all over the world, because it's just so cool. Here's the cool thing too. In some countries, like $500 is so much money, like for the whole year. It's a lot of money. And, a lot of us are even like $500 a month more would be so awesome. So if you can think through some of that too, we'd love to jump on there. $500, like even an executive check can change so many people's lives that we'd love to help people with that. So I suggest that you ask your members, think through those markets yourself, grab your closest diamond, do a 3-way call, have them set up a time, and they'd love to chat with you. I'd love to chat with some of your people too, and we can help you make it happen. So, and just help get the word out about Young Living all over the world. Okay, so I'm going to have Kelly jump on here next.
Hey, y'all. All right. If you are the least bit motion sickness, bust out your aroma ease right about now, because there's going to be some bouncing, folks. This is just how it goes. Why is it saying my internet connection is unstable? I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Can I get a nod if you can hear me? Okay, cool. I'm so sorry that I'm bouncing, but y'all, this is what we do. This is how we do this business. We wear babies. We work with the time zones, and we just keep powering through. And those of you who are mamas totally understand this, right? Because it's 9:12 Eastern Standard Time here, and it's bedtime. But I'm showing up anyhow. Okay, so I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about Momentum Project 2.0. This is our second year of doing this. Last year was our inaugural year of doing Momentum Project. And it was, I mean, all of the feedback that I got from people who participated, thought that it was absolutely phenomenal. And from my perspective, I thought it was totally phenomenal too, because what I saw reflected out of that from the people who did it was amazing growth. And I love to see that, because it's my heart, and I know it's all of your leaders' hearts, to see your businesses grow and flourish and be absolutely amazing, and really work toward Gary's vision of getting oils in the homes of everyone in the world. So we're bringing it back this year for Momentum Project 2.0. It's going to be starting September 1. So it's a 3-month deal, and it runs September 1 through November 30th, because there's 3 months. I'm pretty sure there's 30 days in November. And so if you're new here and you're not sure what it is a 3-month hustle group, but so much more than a hustle group, you guys. It is 90 days of really phenomenal business training. Okay. Our Royal Crown Diamond, Myra Yarbrough, and her Crown Diamonds and Diamonds and a couple of Platinums are running this group. And we come to you every single day with some of the best content, just super content rich quality training. And we're talking like everything from like Q&As to business basics to mindset training, how to grow your network. I mean, so much, you guys. And it was so incredible last year. And I would love if any of you did it last year and you were here to leave a little hands up emoji in the comments, because I know that if you did it last year, you're definitely going to be doing it this year. So what I want you to know is that even if you might be like, consider yourself like a quote unquote builder, or you might not. You might be here and consider yourself a casual sharer. You might even be here and consider yourself and be someone who has never even really thought about like building the business. Or because maybe you just have thought, oh, I can't do that. I'm not like Becky or Katie or Rayma or me or whoever else, and you've just kind of ruled yourself out. But I don't want you to do that, okay? Because even if you're not someone who considers yourself a builder, you will still benefit so much from this training. It's so much more than just Young Living training, you guys. So last year, the winners received, there were multiple winners and prizes given out along the way, and there will be also this year. But the winners received an all-expense-paid trip There was one winner from each team, so 10 grand prize winners, an all expense paid trip to an amazing seaside retreat on the beach. It was absolutely gorgeous. We had a private chef that cooked us awesome meals every night. We did a spa day that was treated. There were so many gifts to give out along the way, including an iPad and an Oils of Ancient Scripture kit. And we had a shopping day along the way. And it was just, but even that, all that cool stuff, the best part of it was for sure just the time we got to spend talking with each other and kind of bonding with each other and just sitting around and talking business and life. It was just an amazing experience. And so this year, we're having one prize winner from each team, plus there are 3 wild card spots. So if you're one of those people that kind of looks at a contest like this and thinks like, oh, I'll do it, but I won't win, you still have a chance because there are those 3 wild card spots, which is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, but here's another thing I want you to think about. The winning of this contest, okay, is not found in the grand prize. The winning of this momentum project is found in the knowledge and skills and mindset and business growth that you gain along the way, okay? That's what the real prize is. Y'all, this is something I was at a rally. Did anybody here go to a rally this past weekend? I was at a rally in East Lansing. And something that was kind of touched on over and over again was success is not in achieving your goal, y'all. Success is who you become along the way while you're on the road to achieving your goal. And that is so much what I believe about Momentum Project. There's so much value in it, y'all. And I cannot wait to see how all of your businesses just explode in growth from doing this. So early bird pricing, we're doing something new this year and rolling out an early bird pricing, which starts August 15th and goes through the 17th. So the 15th through the 17th is early bird pricing, and that's $79. And then after that, the 18th through the 22nd is going to be your standard pricing, and that's $99. Early bird pricing brings you in at 87 cents a day for world-class training, okay? And then even the standard pricing brings you in at less than $1 a day. It is absolutely worth it to invest in your business and in your own success and in helping other people achieve all of the things that they want to achieve. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. That's where my energy will be focused for the next 3 months. And I know that all of our leaders, she's just talking, I'm sorry. That's where all of their energy will be focused for the next 3 months. So I cannot wait to see you guys in that group. And with that, I'm going to turn it over back to Becky. Thanks, Becky.
Hey, all right. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, so I hope you all join us with the Momentum Project. We had so much fun last year. It was so amazing. Everything from all the teaching and training and just, people running after their goals and making good friends and growing in personal growth, all those things were absolutely incredible. Plus, then there was the trip, and it was super fun to see who had just run after it and grabbed it. So, yeah, I hope y'all do join us. It's going to be so awesome. Okay, now I'm going to move on to Katie. She's going to share with us some stuff about back to school.
Hi, friends. Sorry to find my unmute button. It's really good to see you all your faces, and even the little black rectangles with names on them. See you all here. And I just have to give a little disclaimer about these curtains behind me, because we moved into this new house and they had these hideous curtains up, but we have not taken these down because it keeps this room dark. And I just have to laugh every time we get on here. And y'all get to see these curtains. And Evelyn actually had, my 5-year-old had burgundy ones up in her room, and she wants us to put them back up with her new turquoise paint. So we're fighting that one hard, but so back to school. We are super excited for back to school time. We actually are homeschooling this year, so we will not be in the schools on a regular basis. But I'm going to tell you what we've done in the past that was really awesome. So last year, my 5-year-old was in, what's it called? It's late, I'm drawing a blank. Preschool. She was in preschool 3 mornings a week. And my son was part of a shared school homeschool program where he was in school 2 days a week. And when they send home those little slips of paper requesting for donations, they're always like this big long list of, you know, they want you to send in tissue and hand sanitizer and hand soap and all sorts of things. So I took this as a really great opportunity to go ahead and donate a bunch of Young Living stuff because I want my kids using the good stuff at school. And that was a way that I could get that stuff into the classroom without having to like go to the teacher and be like, hey, it'd be really great if you could swap out the nasty chemicals you have. And then you can always educate them along the way, but it was a great way to get those products in the room. So I'm trying to think through all the things we donated. We donated, when they asked for wipes, we donated thieves wipes instead of like those yucky Clorox wipes. We donated hand purifier, which now we call hand sanitizer. So same. We donated hand soap. I donated the Thieves household cleaner for Evelyn's class because they had rotating parents who would come in and help clean the preschool every week. And we just wanted to make sure that they had a natural option because normally when we'd go in there, the whole place reeked of bleach. It was nasty. So I mean, even if they didn't use it every time, it was there as an option. So all the parents who were health-minded were concerned about using the healthy alternative versus the bleach nastiness. So, and then in addition to that, it's an awesome way for the teachers to know that you're connected with Young Living. So I ended up having lots of Gabe's teachers ask me about Young Living and check in with me about it. And they'd all go, oh yeah, Miss Becky's room smells great because she's got all those Young Living products. And his teacher that year actually ended up signing up and getting a kit. She wanted to help her husband with some stuff. And so she had me come into her classroom at some point and chit chat with her. And then the preschool teacher was like, I don't really know a whole lot about essential oils. I'd love for you to come in and teach to the parents and stuff. So it's a great way just to kind of let people know that you're connected with Young Living. And then it's a great opportunity to be able to connect with teachers and with other parents too about it all. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was on that donation list, but I would actually keep an eye on that little hand soap next to the sink in Gabe's classroom and check on it. And whenever it was running low, I'd drop off a new one for his teacher so I could make sure that they kept using the same good stuff. And the teachers love that hand sanitizer because it makes their hands feel so much better than all the other junk. Some of the other things we think about with back to school, Gabe had a really hard time adjusting to being back in the classroom. He was always really reluctant to have me leave when I dropped him off. So I'd always send him with a bottle of Valor in his backpack, and so that he would have it with him if he needed to pull that out and put that on. Or I'd make him a roller and we'd put in whatever his favorite oils were. And then his sweet friend Carly, I know Pam's on the call, she would come in with her own little roller, and ironically enough, they both liked the same oils. So she would apply her roller to help keep her calm and grounded while she was at school. So just really awesome for our kids to have these tools with them to be able to enter back in during this whole time of transition. Evelyn's been asking for tummy jies a lot lately. And it's just so cool. I think when you educate your kids early on, then they know that these are their go-tos to help their body rather than needing some sort of, whatever else. And I think that they feel empowered when they have these tools to move forward. Thieves roller, using that before school, after school, before daycare, after daycare is really great for keeping the ickies out. When the kids get home from school, make sure you're diffusing things that will help with purifying the air, purification, thieves, Exodus 2, just routinely keeping some of that stuff going so that you're helping boost everybody's immune system while everybody's taxed with being tired with a new schedule and exposed to new kids and new environments. All of the great oils for sleeping. Some of our favorites are frankincense and lavender and sleepy eyes and vetiver. We've also been using the new CBD Calm Roller for sleeping at night, which is really great. I use it a lot just because I felt like a crazy person in the midst of our move and transition and all the things. So those are great ones to keep on hand. Making sure that you've got good ones for the kids while they're working on homework in the evening for concentration. I mean, I feel like we want to make this all as easy as possible on them, and having these tools to do that is really beneficial. So Genius is pre-diluted for kids. You can pop the roller top on and rub that on them. Brain Power is one of my favorites. Peppermint and lemon, which both come in the starter kit. Really awesome for helping with concentration and mood boosting. So I hope you all feel equipped going into the new school year and moving into transition. I love the fall. But it will be a jolt to switch from having access to cousins day in and day out and everybody running around crazy. A little routine will probably be nice, but yeah, it'll be good. Thanks, Becky.
Thanks, Katie. All right, y'all. I hope you're stocking up on your back to school goodies. Like, how do people live without Young Living? Seriously. I mean, I'm gonna I do stock up on all my Thieves hand sanitizer for sure. Exodus 2 is incredible. Gotta get that stuff for real. All right. Next we have Rima up, if she can get on. Rima.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Hi guys. I don't think you can see me. I'm in the middle of a park. And so if it's a little bit loud, I'm so sorry about that. It's just what it is for tonight. So, okay. Yeah, I'm traveling a little bit. So, how many of you guys went to the rally or you are a part of Myra's rally? What were your favorite products? I would love to hear your favorite products in the chat that came out. All those 9 or 10 new products. I thought they were so fabulous. And we got a set of Vitalities that were just amazing. And the celebration oil sounds awesome. I can't wait to smell it. But the two, I just want to focus on 2 that stuck out to me personally. And I'll just focus on the 2 that I'm excited about are parsley and cilantro. Of all the newbies, those 2 I was really excited about. I think I got a hint of it a few months back that it might be coming, parsley might be coming, and I was so excited because I know, and a lot of us know, that parsley and cilantro, like in the holistic nutrition, so in that world, we kind of know that they're really good for heavy metal detox. And I think a lot of us know that anyway, right? I just happened to run into that in my schooling. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I always try to throw some in my smoothies because I never would have thought to otherwise, right? Like, why would you do that? And now I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And it kind of gives you roughage and whatever. But the oil itself is so potent that I thought, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So what they do is it's something called like chelation, which essentially it acts as a binder, and the parsley and cilantro will attach to heavy metals in your body and then literally pull them out of your body, which is awesome because we know that heavy metals contribute to neurological issues, Alzheimer's, brain fog, lack of focus, shaky things, all kinds of things. So they're not good for us, right? And they can come in all sorts of things, from our water to like things that we're exposed to in the air and everything like that, like even tuna. So I was really excited. So I wrote down a little bit of what parsley, you guys can hear me okay enough? Yeah? Okay, just checking because I know it might be loud here.
Yeah, we can totally hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so parsley is a detoxifier. It's used as a digestive, and these are Vitalities, so we can take them internally. So not only is it amazing for cooking, which I've got a little recipe to share with you on that note, which is amazing because that's what we think of more than anything in our Vitality line. Like, oh my goodness, if I don't have parsley, I can just throw a drop in, which is awesome. But then while you're doing that, you're getting these other added benefits. That's why I love our oils. It's like, while you're washing your hands, you're not only sanitizing your hands, you're supporting your immune system with these. It has these multitude of benefits, which is amazing. So it's a detoxifier, like we talked about a second ago, and then it's a digestive. So it's really good to ease digestion and actually eases flatulence. So I'll just put that out there. It helps with joint things, and I'm trying to be compliant here. So joint things, you can kind of imagine what I might be referring to, but we'll just keep it on the up and up. It combats unwanted guests and microbes. It acts as a diuretic, and the good thing about this part of it is that it actually promotes urination, which is in a good way. The number one best way to remove unwanted substances from the body, like unwanted salts and toxins and uric acid and fats and pollutants and microbes, is through urination. So it really acts as a nice diuretic for folks that are needing that in their lives. And we all can, like flush out things more, which is awesome. And then it also helps with the joint things by that uric acid, helping to excrete that from the body, which is really, really good. And this is something, a term that's new to me. So detoxification speeds up the removal of toxins, but this also does that, but it also acts as a depurative, which is a new term to me, which means it purifies and refines the blood, which is really awesome. So who knew that this little bottle had, there was like a whole long list of other things that it was good for. So I'll let you all research that and look into it. But I just thought how awesome that this little bottle that's going to taste good in your food is going to do all of these amazing things too. So think about parsley in your next order, because to add for your culinary, but then also add it to a veggie cap for sure, especially if you're dealing with heavy metals and things like that. And so next up is cilantro, and cilantro is similar. It's a detoxifier. It's also an antioxidant, and same thing, it attaches to, and these are some of the heavy metals that when we talk about heavy metals, it's aluminum, mercury, nickel, uranium, lead, and cadmium. Those are like the most common heavy metals that we can get exposed to. So it again attaches to those and pulls, which is really, really amazing. And so this is kind of a neat little statistic I'll leave you with, and then I'll leave you with a recipe. Okay, chlorella, if you use cilantro with chlorella, so use your cilantro oil, say, and maybe a smoothie even. I'm not sure how that would taste, but I put cilantro in my smoothies before and you can't even tell. So we can, test it out and try it. Same with parsley. That might not sound great, but when you've mixed it with like spinach and bananas and protein powder, other stuff, it might be just amazing and fine. So that would be an idea. Then you can add it with chlorella, which you can take drops or tablets or powder. And if used together, if you use those together, it removes an average of 87% lead, 91% mercury, 74% aluminum from the body within 45 days. And the suggestion is to try to use it, like as many times, like 3 times a day, 1 to 3 times a day for a whole 45-day period. I thought that was amazing. And if the oil is the concentrated form, it just makes me wonder, and it makes me question. I would love to be a guinea pig and go do a heavy metals test before, try our oil, and then do an after and just see, because I love stuff like that, because it's the most concentrated form. I wonder how much more it would help with that. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And then lastly, I will leave you with this, a lime cilantro rice recipe, which sounds like I just love tacos all the time. And we do basmati rice in our Instant Pot. So you can take your rice and make it in the Instant Pot or whatever, however you make it. And you can add 4 to 5 drops of your lime oil, your lime vitality. And then you take 2 to 3 drops of cilantro. And then you can chop about half a bunch of actual cilantro as well and mix it all in. Also Kerrygold butter is an amazing additive. It's a really good fat for your brain and your body too. That will not make your rice taste terrible. And some sea salt, and you're good to go. So you have a lime cilantro rice dish. So that is all I had for you guys tonight.
Hey, Rima.
Oh, yes.
Caitlin was asking if you plan to make supplements out of it, or how you think you'll use it.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to try it in my smoothies. I know it at first it kind of sounds like it might be really potent and gross. I have no idea because I don't have the oil to test and taste yet. Oh, sorry, somebody's in the park yelling. So I'm going to try it in my smoothies, but then, yeah, I think for sure I want to do veggie caps. I love to do veggie caps because then you can just pop them, 3 times a day if you wanted to, and take them for that 45-day length. I'd love to try, because I'm dealing with heavy metals myself, and I need to get those out of my body. So I think that would be an amazing way for sure. And I'm just probably going to add both of them to a veggie cap, and then go from there. Plus multi-grains would be awesome to combine with that. So for sure. And then we can try it in Arnicha. Again, I'm curious the taste, So
yeah, For sure. I mean, heavy metals is a lot of issue, like can cause a lot of issues. So
What issues do you know about? Like when you, like I've mentioned a couple, but when you think of that, what comes up? Like things that can help
well,
people?
I mean, it's interesting because when you look up any like major condition, and then if you look up like heavy metals and the, side effects of heavy metals and stuff, like it really could cause a lot of like
Anything.
really
Like anything.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say too that underlying cancer, a lot of doctors have said, the underlying thing of cancer, because the reason why people get cancer in the first place, because every single day we're like swiping cancer cells, right? As long as our immune system is doing its job. Well,
Mhm.
an immune compromised person, which means something's going on in the immune system, like over here. So a lot of times that is a heavy metal issue or a parasitic issue or a virus or bacteria that, like EBV, Epstein-Barr, that we don't know about. So your body's fighting it over here. Well, cancer takes hold and it just is too overburdened. So how awesome is that we can keep supporting our detoxification pathways, keep supporting our bodies and wholeness and wellness to get this junk out of us? Because I think a majority of cancer folks end up having some heavy metals, the ones that go and get tested. So it's really fascinating.
Totally. So interesting.
Anyway, yes.
Well, thanks for all that info.
Yes. Hopefully you guys could hear it all, and I will see you on the next call. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. It's awesome.
Sounds great. All right. Thanks for
Bye,
jumping
guys.
on. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Next we have Mandy. Girlfriend, where'd you go? Oh, here, let me unmute you.
Okay, there we go. I just couldn't find, I'm on my phone, so I was swiping to find the unmute button.
Oh, I saw your box and I'm like, it disappeared. Where'd she go?
Oh, crap. I went to the safe drive. Like if you swipe all the way over, you can like just listen, but then it's not pulling up anything, so you can use it while you're driving apparently.
Oh,
Who knew?
Who knew?
All right, so last time we talked about new convention products and ones that we were excited about, some of the gals that were at convention and stuff that we had used there, but that was like right after we had gotten all of the new products. And like, it was really exciting to talk about the stuff that we had, used a little bit of, but it's been really fun to, actually incorporate them into our lives since we've been home. And just a few ways that I am just kind of blown away. And it's funny, you go to convention, you're like, what else can they like give to us that is going to better our lives, because we think that we have just this amazing arsenal already, but then they do, and you're just like, well, okay, cool. So first thing that I want to talk about is peace and calming. And even though that is one we have before, I don't know what it is. I love the rollers and I love the convenience. So I was flying home from Montana yesterday. I don't even know what day it was, or 2 days ago. I don't know. And we got into this pretty intense like windstorm or whatever. And I was a nervous Nelly, and I pulled that sucker out and I was just smelling it. And my friend David, who was sitting next to me, was like, can I use some? And it was awesome. So get that roller if you don't have it, even if you're not on a plane. It's just really good, especially like Katie was talking about going back to school and nerves. And, it's always a little, even if you have kids who love school so much, it's still nerve-wracking. And so I'm excited to use that one on my kiddos before they go to school, just to calm, their little racing hearts. Another thing, Feather, the owl diffuser, is the greatest travel diffuser because it's only 2 pieces. You know how our other ones have like the inner one and you can leave the top one at home, but it's like, and it's tiny. It's like this little compact, cute diffuser. And I loved it because we stayed in this suite with like some friends, and one of the guys, even in the next room, snored so loudly. And so I loved having the travel fan option because of the white noise. So get that. If you travel or if you just want it at home, it's awesome. So, and then a girlfriend of mine who was at this event that I was at, and I got her permission to share this info, recently was diagnosed with breast cancer a few months ago, and she just had a double mastectomy like right before, and I didn't think she was actually going to go. And so I was really surprised that she was there, but she's still recovering, obviously. And I had taken my CBD muscle rub, and she was talking about how just the nerves and like obviously everything just hurts, and she's basically saying it's like this like it's like electricity that's like going through your chest because your body's healing and all those nerve endings that are firing. And so she said the CBD, like, and she's been on some pretty intense pain meds. And she said the CBD was like the first time where she goes, it felt like all of a sudden there was like this, like almost like a spinal block. She just like said that it was gone. So if you have people who have any nerve issues or just that, it definitely works. So get the CBD muscle rub. And then real quick, I know Katie talked about back to school stuff, but I just wanted to just talk quickly about what I'm going to do just to get my kids kind of back on track, because we start in a few weeks. And we've had, lots of late nights, and it's hard, and then you're like, oh no, you have to actually go to bed at 8:00, and they look at you like you're crazy. And so we've been doing lots of aroma sleep in our diffusers, which is probably my favorite. And you can get that in the Freedom Collection. If you don't have it, you should definitely get it. And a little bit of orange, and they love it. And they've been sleeping really soundly with that. I'm trying to like get their little systems all ready to go back to the classrooms. We're doing lots of Ninja, lots of Mighty probiotics, and just basically trying to boost up their immune system as much as I can, and just knowing that they're going to be exposed to more stuff, in a couple of weeks. So that's what we're doing. And then something I did for the teachers last year is besides sending hand sanitizer and the Seedlings baby wipes, I just got them like a little teacher gift just to say, hi, and then to obviously show that I do Young Living, which is awesome. So I did the little mini hand sanitizers in a mug, and then I made them each rollers. And so I gave them a head tension roller because, it's probably going to be a little tense, and then like a joy, happy roller. So that's what I did. And then it was awesome because, it does spark up conversations, and it's a really great way to get yourself out there. So that's all I have for tonight.
Thanks, Mandy.
Welcome.
I love giving teachers rollers. I have teachers that they get rollers, and then, I hear about them all year. We talk about them all the time. So get your teachers some really awesome giftings from Young Living, because I know they do love the hand sanitizer and the rollers, and so fun. So, and I feel like rollers, you don't really have to explain how to use a roller. So sometimes you give people bottle oil and they're like, how do I use this? But the rollers, it's like, yeah, we got this. So, well, we have a few minutes this time to go ahead and do some Q&A if anybody has some questions. So, and then I think we still have Mandy still on here, Katie still on here. The other panelists still on here. I'm not sure. But if y'all have any questions, we'd love to answer. Just unmute yourself and let us know. It can be about any of the products, the business, whatever's on your heart. Anyone? Caitlin said she gives teachers Nisha packets. That's a good gift too. There are no questions tonight.
Caitlin's asking about Itovi and Zydo and the weekly time commitment for Momentum Project.
Okay. Itovi or Zydo with their biz. I think, well, Katie, you have.
I have an Itovi. I'd love to get a Zydo too. I've heard amazing things about. Is it the Zydo Balance? The one that gives all the juicy information? I love information, and I even just using the Itovi. The Itovi is nice because it's portable, and I haven't done a ton of it like scanning for business purposes, but I've scanned my friends and my family, and definitely helps people know what they need. Like my nephew the other day had this weird thing in his armpit after swimming at the lake, and it was like a rash kind of a thing. And the kids found my Zydo, and they were like, can we scan ourselves? And we scanned him, and he actually scanned for Rose, was his top one, but made sense with his skin thing. And when I've used that one with my kids, like they've had weird things going on, and the most random stuff will pop up on there. But then I look up the oil to read about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly why that's scanned. So yeah, and then Becky, when I lived in Boone, Becky would come and do Zyto scans for, like, we had a Zyto scan birthday party for me. We had the Zyto scan at the park, and we invited people to come celebrate my birthday, and then we scanned people.
Did we do that for your birthday?
Yeah, we totally did.
We're so nerdy. That's so awesome.
Yeah, really nerdy, but people loved it. People were really excited. So yeah, I want to grab that Zyto Balance one of these days too, because there's so much great information.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with the Zyto Balance or the iTovi, it's kind of like a dermal scan. So it takes, it sends, the software sends information to your body, and it's kind of like asking your body for a response for each of the Young Living products. So it's really cool because it's interesting how the body does respond to, directly to certain products. So the Zyto Balance is what I have. There's also a Zyto Compass, which is closer to the iTovi. But then a balance that I have has, you scan, and then I'll show you where there is tension in your body, basically. So, and then I'll show you products to help combat that. So it is super cool. It's super cool because it's super, in a lot of ways, really ironically, I mean, it seems ironic, but like accurate. And so that's pretty awesome. And so it is fantastic for the business. So I do go set up times that I'll be in town or at a coffee shop or whatever, and I'll have people come and I'll have people scan. Then I'll go over their scans with them, and I can it emails it to them. So iTovi and the Zyto have capacity to email that report to them, and so then they can go ahead and look at those products that they need, and they can start using those products on a regular basis and then see what it does for their body. So it's super cool. And then we had, do you know what the time commitment for the Momentum Project? What did we say last year for that?
I don't remember. It was kind of what you put into it, really. I mean, we've talked about it being a buffet of options, and there are lots of things going on to plug into, but it kind of is more about what you make of it.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, we are going to try to under promise and completely over deliver. And that's what happened last year, is there was complete over delivery. So we did have a set schedule of events during the week, but they are on your own time. So it's everything, like there are going to be live Q&As and different things like that you can join live, but you can always go back to the content and review it. So, so we kind of had different, whole schedule of events. So it just really, it does depend on how much time you put into it too, because we know that when we invest in our business, it's not just about learning, right? It's about doing. So so that's going to be a lot of it too. So really, I think anybody on any time schedule can be able to fit things in. Mm-hmm. So, I just feel like, all of us have life things going on, other people have, day jobs and other things, but if you can fit it in, I think that you can get out of it as much as you can put into it.
And it's really awesome to do it with a group of people, because this doesn't happen often, where you've got a whole group of people who are learning the same things and running together. And there's a lot of good, inspiring energy in that dynamic. And then the stuff is there for indefinitely for you to access. So if you don't catch everything, you can always come back and rewatch stuff or catch what you missed. So there's no risk of, like, if you don't watch every single thing the second it's on, you're going to miss it forever.
Totally. Yep. Does anybody have any other questions tonight? You can either put it in the chat, or you can jump on, take yourself off mute and jump on. Say hey. Anyone?
Lauren just asked if this gets recorded for replay, and we did it last time, right? So yes.
Yep, it's been recording, and so whenever, it takes a little bit for Zoom to get it to me, but I will definitely be posting it. If not tonight, I'll probably be posting it tomorrow. So yes, all of these are posted. If you are in the Revolution Oils group, all the replays of our other calls are also posted. So you can always go back and watch the replays. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I would really like to try to do these calls kind of bi-weekly, so we may try to do that. But that is all I think that we have for tonight. So thanks for joining us. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow on Facebook.
Bye, everyone.
Night.